Hi there, Sagittarius. This is Mystique, your Mystic Seer here. Welcome to your reading and welcome to my sacred space. Today I am doing a reading for the collective energy of Sagittarius. I'm going to start the reading by opening in prayer, and then I'm going to draw a message from the Angel Number Oracle to set the theme for the overall reading. Then I'm going to draw messages forth from the Neon Rider Tarot, and following this, I'm going to further get some more insight and clarity on these messages using the Clarifying Life Situations Oracle. And then I'm going to draw some charms. So let's start with the prayer. Dear God, Jesus Christ, Archangels, Spirit Guides, and Ancestors, we ask now that you please step forth and deliver messages in relation to the collective energy of Sagittarius and what they can expect in the month of September. And please may we receive these messages accurately and as intended. We also ask that you please surround us with your divine love, healing energy and protection as we tap into the collective energy of Sagittarius. And we'd like to take this opportunity to give thanks for the Holy Spirit that makes all things possible. In Jesus' name, Ashe. Let's get a theme for the reading. That wants to come out, that card. We have 33. Beautiful. It says anxiety. Goes on to say calm, resilience, trust, support, inner strength, overcoming fear. Don't let anxiety or stress take control, as they will only pull you into darkness where fear and panic prevail. Stay strong and trust yourself. The angels have faith in you. You can ask yourself, what are the sources of my anxiety, and how can I build trust in myself to overcome them? When you feel anxiety creeping in, take a moment to practice deep breathing or a grounding technique to remind yourself of your inner strength and the support around you. Because remember, we attract what we fear. And I'm really, really scared of money. No, sorry. And you've got your spirit team around you, your guardian angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, Jesus and God, all in your corner batting for you, wanting to see you overcome your anxieties, and they want to see you succeed in whatever your endeavors are. So never doubt that you have a team on your side. You've got the Three of Cups. My shuffling skills are a bit off, but never mind. You've got the Four of Cups. Sorry, the Six of Cups. Lots of cups energy there. So definitely it's all about the emotions. The first card that flipped over was that one. You've got Temperance in reverse. And anxiety is an emotion, and the Cups is all about reeling in your emotions and being in control of them, or it's about encouraging you to anyway. And then you've got some Pentacles energy there with the Seven of Pentacles. The Three of Cups. This is about celebrating with friends, possibly. In the community, there might be friends that you volunteer with, friends that you might go to the gym together with. It could just be friends in general. But I can see for you in September, you're going to be spending time with friends and really enjoying it. It's going to bring you a lot of happiness. You've got the Nine of Wands in reverse there. What this tells me is when it comes to your anxieties, you may be feeling a bit trapped. And it's hard to let go of old habits and old ways. I'm also getting that Your anxiety sometimes gets you feeling like you want to give up. But you've got this really great community around you that is supporting you, not just on the spiritual side, but I can see that you've got good friends. So please don't give up. Please don't let the giving up feeling overcome you. Please reach out to those that you have in your life that would be happy to support you if you're going through a tough time with your anxiety. You got the Six of Cups. This is your situation in September here, but this is you. I can see you looking back on the past, perhaps even your childhood, and having happy, fond memories. I can see that pondering on these thoughts is going to bring you a lot of happiness. It's going to help you with your anxiety. And it's going to help bring harmony into your life because you can reflect on times in the past that were harmonious. And this is going to help you in the present during the month of September. You've got the Hierophant, beautiful. So this is all about spiritual wisdom. You may even have traditional beliefs that you were brought up with. So drawing close to God may be something that helps you with your anxiety, or tapping into whatever your beliefs that you were brought up are. And you may be a person that people come to for spiritual guidance. If not, there's somebody in your life in September that you can seek spiritual guidance of, that you have as a valuable resource. If it's not you being the leader, then this person is a leader. And this is also about institutions. So it might be this group that you're volunteering with that this person is a part of, or you may be a part of. It could also be like a church group or something along those lines that this person you can go to for spiritual guidance and to offer wisdom towards you. Or it may be you doing this for others that helps you with your own anxiety, because sometimes showing compassion towards others helps us overcome our own problems. The Temperance in reverse. What I'm getting is there may be a lack of balance in your life. It could be your anxiety contributing to this. So you've got these resources that you can look to for help that's going to help you through this. And you may be impatiently waiting for something. You may be impatiently waiting for yourself to overcome your anxiety. You may have overindulged when it comes to, it could be eating, it could be your finances. It could be overindulging in rest and recreational time, but there's something that you've had. It may even be you're overindulging in work. But there's something that you've overindulged in, and it's been a little bit reckless. So Spirit is calling on you to just be modest in the month of September when it comes to spending and things that you indulge in. Try not to be reckless. You've got the Eight of Swords. Spirit's encouraging you to stay focused on what your goals are, such as if you're wanting to save money, remain focused on not overindulging in your finances. That's an example. It's time to move forward from this energy, from this anxiety. The time for now in your life is for change. It's time for change. The Seven of Pentacles. This is about growth and being patient. So you may even be impatient with your spiritual development or your development in some other kind of area. It may be at work. You're wanting to advance forward and you're impatiently waiting on your own development to be able to do this. But yeah, Spirit's telling you, definitely be patient and practice gratitude. Be grateful for the things that you have in your life each day. Even if you've had a really rough day, give thanks for the things that you can be thankful for, such as family, fresh air, food and water, a roof over your head. If they're the only things you can be thankful for, give thanks for them, because my grandmother used to say, I thought I was sad because I had no shoes, but alas, there was a man with no feet. That is an old parable or old way of saying, no matter how bad you've got it, there's always somebody out there that's worse off than you. Practicing gratitude helps bring in an abundance of what it is that you are desiring and wanting to bring into fruition. It is a great tool and resource, and it is also how the law of attraction works. To attract in what you want, you have to be grateful for what you have. And the Wheel of Fortune, this is beautiful. With this one too, I just want to point out, you can see he's been working hard, planting and preparing the field. He's got his rake or shovel, whatever it is there. And now he's standing back and watching the results of his hard work come in. So whatever it is you've been working on, Spirit's saying be patient. You will reap the rewards of your hard work. They will be coming in precisely when the universe intends for this to happen, and not a second sooner. The Wheel of Fortune's giving me, it's telling me that you have a lot of good luck around you. Changes are on the horizon for your situation in September. And these changes are in alignment with your destiny or your soul purpose. And this is all about the life cycles. You know, what goes around comes around. What you put out to the universe is what you will receive back. So if you've been putting out that good energy, positive vibes, being kind always rather than choosing not to be, things like that are all going to make, that's all going to ensure that what goes around comes around, and you're going to receive back what you've put out to the universe. So that's reassuring. Think of karma too. You know, you reap what you sow kind of thing. So long as you've been putting that good energy out toward the universe and choosing to do good, you will be rest assured that you can receive good energy back. Now for the Oracle, we have the Strength of self-care. Prioritize self-care. Schedule regular time for activities that rejuvenate you, such as exercise, hobbies, or relaxation. Self-care enhances overall well-being. You know, practicing the things that make you feel like an individual, that make you feel refreshed and replenished after you do them. It may simply be having a cup of tea outside under the gum tree. It could be walking in the garden. It could be little simple things like that. Or you may be a person that really enjoys gardening. You may be a person that wants to go for a jog each day. Try to make time for whatever it is that makes you feel like you, and it makes you feel better and energized after you do it. The power of presence. Be present in each moment. Put away distractions when talking to someone. Fully engage with your surroundings and the people in your life. So when it says put away distractions, Live in the moment and push all other things out of your mind. Try not to think about what it is that you've still yet to do, what it is that's waiting for you, and think about what it is that's right in front of you in your present moment. And practicing mindfulness is a great tool for helping our mental health rather than stressing and worrying, because you don't want to be living in the moment with friends or loved ones or doing something that's really enriching and having anxiety about all the things that you got to worry about. Those things will be there when you're done, so you can worry about them later. The light of appreciation. Show appreciation for your partner daily. Acknowledge their efforts and express gratitude. Appreciation deepens love and respect. This is really important for in a relationship, but it's also important for practicing gratitude, and it's also important to show appreciation toward yourself daily. Acknowledge your own hard work and efforts, and tell yourself that you're thankful, that you appreciate your hard work and effort, because these are the positive things that you can feed your mind, rather than telling yourself things like, I should have tried harder, because they're not uplifting, they more bring you down. The clarity of goals. Set clear and achievable goals. Break them down into actionable steps and track your progress regularly. Clear goals drive success. But the other thing that's important about goals is celebrating each step that it takes to get to your goal. When I say celebrating, that doesn't mean that you have to go out and celebrate and buy dinner and have drinks every time or whatever. But by practicing that appreciation toward yourself and giving yourself a pat on the back and telling yourself that you've done a good job. Because sometimes we're waiting on other people to tell us these things and it never happens. And we feel unappreciated and not noticed. But we are quite capable of showing that appreciation toward ourselves. The gift of presence. Be present with your partner. Put away distractions and focus on each other. Presence strengthens your emotional connection. And don't just do this with your partner. There's probably single people here listening in too. Practice the gift of presence with every person that you're engaging with. Use active listening skills. Don't be worrying about what you've got to do and what's next. Practice living in that moment and giving people your full attention when you are in their presence. Because it's one way of showing respect. By showing respect, we receive that same respect back. And it's also a really good way to be a friend, confident. The harmony of nature. Spend time in nature to rejuvenate. Take a walk in a park or garden. Observe the beauty and harmony in the natural world around you. Nature will uplift you and rejuvenate you. It's healthy. The sunshine is good for us. The serenity of meditation. Make meditation a daily habit. Start with 5 minutes of silent meditation each morning. Gradually increase the time as you become more comfortable. And when they say meditation, this is pushing out all your worries and anxieties out of your mind and not allowing any thoughts to take over and clearing your mind. And I like to think of meditation as sitting in God's healing presence, because you don't need to pray, or you don't need to talk when you pray. God already knows what you need before you ask for it. It says so in the Bible. So it's just really good for our soul, our spirit, and our mental health to be able to sit in God's healing presence, or whatever it is you believe in. I don't know if it's Buddha you pray to, or Krishna, or something along them lines, but give yourself time to sit in their healing presence so that you can heal and feel replenished after you do so. The strength of discipline. Develop discipline in your habits, set clear goals, and create routines that support them. Discipline leads to consistency and achievement. So routines are really, really important in staying focused. It is a way to keep disciplined. Setting goals and sticking to them is important. And then you can create them routines to support those goals. But by sticking to them, being determined to make them work and stick to your routine is going to lead to you achieving your goals. So it's a healthy thing to do. All right, let's draw some charms. I'm just going to close my eyes and give this a little mix. We didn't get many out this time. This one says, make yourself a priority. I'm not saying push everyone away and, you know, spend all your money on yourself and forget about your family or whatever. What this is about is making that time for meditation a priority, making the time to go and do something that makes you feel replenished a priority. And doing these things is not selfish in itself, because you are then able to show up as a better, brighter version of yourself for the people you love and care about in your life. And it's also just great for you. You've got the fire. Sometimes anxiety can be like a fire that consumes us, all right? But just think of the deep breathing as being the water that puts the fire out. Practice on that breath work, deep and slow. And that's going to help you overcome these moments where the anxiety takes hold and feels like it's going to consume you. Okay? You got the banana. Spirit's reminding you to be, you know how they say bananas about you, like it means somebody's really, really into you or whatever? Spirit wants you to make that time for yourself a priority and be bananas about yourself. Love yourself, okay? If you're feeling anxious, it means you're not comfortable sitting still within yourself. And self-love is about learning to sit still within yourself and going within and feeling comfortable and at ease. It helps you access a happy place within, a place of calm and peace. And if you are able to do this in calm and quiet moments, you'll get into the habit of being able to access that happy spot within you. And then when you are in a hectic and totally out of control situation, you can have full control over yourself because you're bananas about yourself, so to speak. You love yourself enough to be able to have that place to retreat to. And when you're in a crazy situation, you can then tap into that place at ease and at will because you're accustomed to doing so. Because that's going to be like your little lifesaver when you have anxiety. Your deep breathing to put the fire out, and also being bananas about yourself enough to have that safe spot to tap into when you need it. So use that as your little life raft. You've got the octopus. I don't know if you can see that. So the octopus is one of the most smart creatures on earth. I think it's up in the top 5 of most intelligent creatures in the world. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mind being corrected. But the octopus is able to problem solve and observe its environment, such as scientists have had octopuses octopi, I think they're called, in tanks, and they've crawled out and found the crab tank and crawled in there and eaten all the crabs and then crawled back into their tank before the scientists turned up for work the next day. acting like, oh no, it wasn't me, I didn't do anything. So they're very, very resourceful. They're very adaptable. They can crawl into small spaces that you wouldn't think is possible and then get out of them again. And the octopus here is a symbol to remind you today that you are adaptable, you are resourceful, you are intelligent. You have so many great traits going for you. And Spirit wants you to remember that on a regular basis and even tell yourself those things rather than limiting yourself by telling yourself thoughts that limit you, so to speak, such as I should have tried harder, or I wish I was smarter, or I wish I was prettier, all those sorts of things. Because the octopus is a pretty strange looking creature, but it's still beautiful in its own way. I'm not calling you strange, like saying you look strange, but there's beauty that can be found in everything in life. And Spirit wants you to be bananas about yourself and focus on all the things that make you beautiful rather than things that you don't find so pleasant about yourself. And the more you focus on the things that are beautiful, the more they're going to be highlighted and come out, and the negative things about yourself are going to start to fade away. The Coca-Cola, this is a refreshment. It's a sometimes drink, but it's very refreshing when you're thirsty. And doing the meditation, feeding yourself positive thoughts, remembering that you're beautiful inside and out, and making yourself a priority is going to be refreshing for your spirit. It's going to be refreshing for your soul, and it's really important, okay? And it's not just a sometimes thing, these things. It's a everyday thing Spirit wants you to remember. Last, we have the pie. I'm getting like, you know, when the pie gets sat on the windowsill and in the cartoons and somebody comes along and eats the pie or can't resist the delicious smell of the pie. Spirit wants you to think of that happy place within yourself as like that tempting, lovely, beautiful aroma. You know, when you go within, think about things that you enjoy. Think about places that you go to that bring you happiness, people in your life that bring you happiness. Even think about your favorite foods, your favorite smells, all those kinds of things. Make it a pleasant place to be in. And this is a place that's going to draw you in when you need it as well. Okay, so that is what I have for you. If my messages have resonated, please hit the like, share, and subscribe. Drop a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think. If you'd like a personalized reading with me, the link to my store is down in the description. And I look forward to catching up with you all again next month. Bye, Sagittarius.